This is a public information announcement. Hello, my name is Penelope. I am here to talk to you today about voting slips, or ballot papers, or anything else you wish to call them. It would seem that some members of the voting population of Great Britain are confused by ballot papers. So to clarify the situation regarding how to use a ballot paper, we have made this short informative video. Let us take a look at a ballot paper. The one we are going to use as an example is the ballot paper used in the 2016 United Kingdom European referendum. As you can see, the ballot paper is set out in a very simple manner. This is done so as not to confuse people. On this particular ballot paper you had two choices. The choices were remain a member of the European Union, or leave the European Union. This is a picture of the exact ballot paper that was used. It is not an example of a mock-up of the ballot papers. When using a ballot paper you can have only one vote. That means you select which option that you want. Remember that because you decide to select remain a member of the European Union, it does not mean that is what will happen. Everyone who is eligible to vote gets to vote as well as you, and their votes count as much as your vote. Once all the voting has been done, all the votes are counted. An announcement will then be made as to which selection received the most votes. We will now explain the misunderstanding that seems to have come to light using the United Kingdom 2016 European referendum. When the votes were counted at the end of the voting process, more people had voted for leave the European Union. Simply put, more people had placed a mark against the leave the European Union, rather than remain a member of the European Union. This means that 17,410,742 people voted to leave the European Union. The Leave European Union voted with a majority. The Remain in the European Union were in the minority. Under democratic law, the Leave the European Union won. They had the most votes, simple as that. Now we know it is hard to understand that the group of individuals who voted to leave the European Union having the highest amounts of voters won. That is what happens in a vote. The group, person, or any other subject matter which a vote is held is always won by the group, person, or any other subject matter that has the highest votes. This system has been used for hundreds of years. It is always the highest amount of votes that win. We will now address the wording of the ballot paper because again there seems to have been a lot of confusion about the words used. As stated earlier, ballot papers are made to be very simple and clear in their questions so no one can misunderstand them. On this ballot paper the first choice was remain in the European Union. The definition of remain supplied by the Cambridge Dictionary means to stay in the same place or in the same condition. As an example, the doctor ordered him to remain in bed for a few days. So we can understand that remain in the European Union means to stay in the European Union and remain as a member. The second selection on the voting slip was leave the European Union. The definition of leave supplied by Cambridge Dictionary means to go away from someone or something, for a short time or permanently. An example is I'll be leaving at 5 o'clock tomorrow. So we can now understand that leave the European Union means to go away from the European Union. Added to the confusion of the use of the word leave is the misunderstanding that when people voted they thought that the ballot paper said leave the European Union with a deal. This can be very simply sorted out for those that are confused. If you look at the ballot paper again, it stated leave the European Union. There are 4 words used. Even if you stare at the ballot paper for several hours, the words do not change, they remain the same. Leave the European Union. We hope this helps some people who are confused. It is a lot to understand and for some people it can be very hard to comprehend. So in our example using the referendum to leave Europe, more people voted to leave the European Union. They did not vote to leave with a deal as nowhere on the ballot paper is a deal mentioned. If you can find where it states leave the European Union with a deal, please contact us as soon as possible. We the people of Great Britain have been informed that a general election is coming. You and I will have to vote in that election to select the next government. Having watched this video, you should now be able to use a ballot paper with confidence. You will understand now that the group with the largest number of votes will win. Remember to read the ballot paper carefully so that you are informed in your mind as to how you will vote. Make sure that there are no extra words that you think are there when they are not. We recommend having your eyes checked prior to any election so that you only see words that are typed on the voting slip. This will alleviate any misunderstandings following the results that are announced. On behalf of everyone, I would like to thank you for watching this public information announcement video. God bless the Queen and the United Kingdom.